That meeting was to talk about the environment and development. How can human beings take care of the environment? 50 years after that meeting, we are here to make sure that we take stock. By taking stock means we look at what have been done, what have been achieved, and what needs to be done to make sure that we protect our earth. So we've been having series of consultations, and today we are here at the school. So to begin with, the principal of the school will give us a welcome remark and an opening statement before we go through the process. Thank you.
All right. Our partner, the UNDP, the EPA officials that are here, student body, want to take this time to welcome all of you. We know that this is the issue of the environment is a great challenge, because as you tour the place, you go from place to place, you see the pollution, the environment, the changes that are taking place around us. By this time, few minutes from now, you start experiencing a great heat in this place, whereas when I started working here first in the 90s, there were forests, huge forests. By this time, you're almost out because you'll be chilly cool in the morning. But by this time now, at this time, after some years, you experience that there's extreme heat all over. So the issue of the environmental changes now is affecting everyone. That's the change that we are experiencing. Even you look around, you see the plastic bag all floating everywhere. Even we have a major environmental challenge that has to do with the asbestos zinc that we're using on our gymnasium. We try to find a way to resolve that, to see how we can replace it with the one that is recommended and required, but it's not just possible. It's a great challenge because of finances. So as you come to let us know about the environment and development, I think it's a great thing that we have to take this time to welcome you. So students, as you have come, please listen to whatever you will be learning from here and be able to, in your little way, what you can do to improve your environment, so that you will be able, we all will be able to experience the kind of way we're supposed to experience our God intended us to live in a decent society. So we want to take this time, we say you are all welcome. Set your minds on what you will be taught and be able to learn, so that our environment can be improved for the common good of all of us. So we say thank you for coming, thank you for the time, and thank you to our donors and our sponsors, those who have come to make this program a success. We say thank you. Congratulations, you are welcome once more.
Thank you, Mr. Principal. Now, the ground rules has been approved. You see, all the rules we are making, we are not welcome. So we are just making our own rules. Now the Senate approved it. Yeah, by welcoming us. Thank you, Mr. Principal, for welcoming us, and we can assure you that our being here will be useful. So next we'll call on Mr. E. Abraham Tamatume of the UNDP to drill us through the process of the Stockholm+50 national consultation with you students. Thank you.
Yeah, morning. Thank you there, Terry, for setting this consultation on a good course. And I'm happy to be here at the Ganta United Methodist School. This is a great school. When I was a small boy growing up in Burma, we used to hear about Ganta Methodist. In fact, I remember they even whipped my school in a basketball competition way back. So I don't know whether you know about the greatness of this school. How many of you know about the greatness of this school? How many of you, if those of you who know how great this school is, just raise your hand. Okay, so Ganta United Methodist School is a school that has a great history in the education system of Liberia. So we are very happy to be here today. And so today, like Teddy has said, we came to listen to you. You are Liberians. You are the future of this country. 50 years ago, world leaders, environmentalists, advocates, civil society group, different people met in the city of Stockholm. They were concerned about the way we're taking care of our environment. They were concerned about how development was causing issues with the air, issues with the water, issues with the forest. From the time they had that conference, a lot of changes happened. One of the major things that happened was that the United Nations Environmental Program was set up as a UN agency to work along with all the world bodies and countries to help to improve the environment. From 1972 to this year is 50 years. So the world leaders will be meeting again in June in the same city, Stockholm. They want to now take the opportunity to look at what has been achieved. Has the environment improved? Are there new challenges or difficulties that are coming up that the world needs to settle? And if you look behind you, you see the banners. The theme of the meeting this year is a healthy planet for the prosperity of all. Our responsibility, our opportunity. So they didn't say the responsibility of the leaders. They didn't say the responsibility of the principal. They didn't say the responsibility of the superintendent or the responsibility of the city mayor. They said the responsibility for all of us. Also, the opportunity for all of us. So as these people meet in Stockholm this year to discuss, this is your time to tell them what you think about the environment. What do you want to be? When you graduate from school, what do you want to be? You want to be an IT specialist. Good. What do you want to be when you grow up? Medical. Speak loud. The camera is up. What do you want to be?
Medical doctor.
Medical doctor. What do you want to be?
Medical doctor.
Medical doctor. What do you want to be?
An accountant.
Accountant. What do you want to be? IT specialist. What do you want to be? Doctor. So you see, all of you here have dreams. All of you here have desire of what you want to achieve in your lifetime. But you cannot achieve it if your environment is polluted. Do you agree with me? Yes. Do you agree with me? Yes. Clap for yourselves. So today, we have 3 questions that we'll be asking you. And we want all of you to share your view about it. And those questions are for us to discuss. Don't say, oh, I was there, I wanted to talk, but you know. So everyone has the opportunity to talk. Tell all what you feel about your environment. When you look at the water around you, when you look at the air, you look at the rivers, you look at the forest, you look at your community. Do you feel happy that your environment is okay? Do you feel happy that you can achieve your goal, that you can achieve your dream in the environment now? If no, what are the changes that are required? So all of us need to discuss this. So I will call my colleague who's going to come and ask the questions. And then when you want to talk, you just put your hand, he will come to you with a mic, share your view. I want you to know that as we talk here today, the whole world is watching you. So you're not talking in one corner to say, oh, you know, our own with children and with students, so people can listen to us. This is your opportunity to speak. World leaders are watching. Countries are watching. Everything that we are doing here is being recorded live. If you even go on Facebook, those of you who can go on Facebook, it's on Facebook now. So this is your opportunity. Use it, speak out, and let the word hear your view. Thank you very much. I will now call on Mr. Boris Sayon, who's going to talk with us, facilitate this discussion to allow you to share your view. Thank you. Can you welcome me? Oh, you even had me for money. I call money? Yes. Oh, okay, I call money. I thought I forgot. So, before Bowen comes, let me also introduce my other colleagues. So we have here Lovette. Lovette, can you please stand? Lovette is a UNDP on youth issues. But it's also he feels very strong about people living with disability. UNDP is an organization that is inclusive. We care and work with everyone. Whether you have physical disability, whether you have any other disability, whether you are a man, whether you are a woman, whether you are a child, we care about everyone and your issues matter to us. So Lovette is here as our youth person. We also have here, but you know, some people. So, but you know, work on our small grants program. So for some of you, maybe you got relative, family, or yourself, you work with NGOs. So in their group, their unit, they can give out grant to organizations that come up with good ideas about how to solve some of the development or environmental issues we have in the community or in our country. So she worked with small grants program. And then this woman here, anything you say here, her name is Catherine Mendy. She's here to make sure that everything you say, everybody will hear it. The picture she taking here, if you leave from here, after the program you go on Facebook, you will see all. She's there to make sure that the work that UNDP does around the country, people are aware. She communicates issues around children, around youth, around women, around development, and all of the work that UNDP does in Liberia. And then this other woman here, also, her name is Alberto Yates. Some of you looking forward to working for the UN, right? How many people here think that they can work for the UN one day? Put your hand up. Okay, so for those of you who look forward to working for the UN one day, you can remain wearing Ganta and start to work for the UN. So Alberto works with our UN volunteer program. So you can become a community volunteer. You can become a UN volunteer in other countries. But there's their unit that work with people who want to become volunteer and they work with you through the process. So I will now turn over to Bowen, who is in charge of facilitating all these discussions that we are having. Bowen,
thank you.
It's yours. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
No, I call a speech from none of y'all. Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Exactly, especially in the morning. It's 10:30 now, and I will try to, if I speak big English and you understand, you say big English. Yeah? You all hear me?
Yes.
If I speak big English, you understand, just say big English. I'll break it down. Eh? So long you understand it, just say big English. I'll break it down. Yeah? The next thing, if I talk too fast, you say too fast. Or you say make it slow. Or we just gotta be smart about it, yeah? But thank you so much for taking up your time. Today, Friday, I know at the day before the weekend, everybody looking for a way to go and relax, right? Right? Yes. Exactly. This school been here, we just got to wait. But we will keep trying, and so. So our discussion today, like my colleague Tume said, is centered around what exactly you think as a student, as a young person coming up, will help us. What exactly you think those key actions that you think we need to do, the key things that you think we need to do for us to make sure that this earth that we're living in, the earth will be healthy, to support life in all forms, whether that the animals, What are the people? What are the trees? What are the anything? What do you think as young people growing up, the key actions that you think we want to do for us to make sure that this earth is healthy, and so that once the earth is healthy, then prosperity can come to all of us? That's the purpose of this consultation all across Liberia. But specifically to you, we all know that the environment we're living in is changing, right? You don't lost me. The environment we're living in, all our environment is changing, right?
Yes.
The things you used to see, can you still see them?
No.
The way it used to be cold before, it's still cold like that again?
No.
The way rain used to come, rain still coming like that again?
No.
So I want for us to talk about the different things. The way the place used to be forested, as soon as you turn around, you see forest all over, like up there. All those things that used to be forests before we clear all this place. It's not like that again, right?
Yes.
And as such, all of these things have problems on the life we live. The way we live with animals, it makes us sometimes the disease from the animals, it can pass to us. For example, what? The diseases that can come from animal, that can come to human being. And Liberia was suffering from it recently. For example, like what? Lassa fever. Typhoid. Not bad, typhoid from the water. What else? Tuberculosis, that one, the bacterial and virus, the bacterial infection. But what's about Ebola? So all those things are things that we all trying to understand. The different challenges we have in the world. So I'm just trying to lay the basics for us to have a conversation. I will be asking you 3 questions. The 3 questions you now have. Considering all the environmental challenges that we have in Liberia, the first thing I want to gauge your understanding in the environment. What do you think are some of the challenges we having? I want 4 persons to just give me 4 examples of things that are wrong with the environment. For example, who the first? From toilet, pollution can come from in the air, pollution can come from the water, pollution can come from different places, right? So putting pollution together, right? I say pollution and one, right? So what is the next one? Yeah. I want women to talk.
Yeah.
The women not talk will not go.
By the way of introduction, my name is Ambassador Joel. The thing that affecting our environment is that let's look at the burning of that in our environment. It affects the environment a lot. Secondly, throwing of waste product in the environment. We look at the area, some people just throw that without good place for them to put their deck and burn it. So throwing of that. And also garbage. No good area for people to put their dye. If you want to put your dye, it's better you dig hole, specific area where you put your dye that will be safe, you be clean for the sake of the environment. And the animals. Let's look at the animals, the forest. People. The animals and water fast.
Okay. So you say your name again? Joel. And the ambassador said waste disposal. Yeah? You said the way how we can manage our waste. What we throw dead, how we can burn dead, how we can take all the dead from in our houses, how we can take the dead from different places, the way we can dispose them is bad. So Daniel said pollution. Ambassador said waste disposal, waste management. Who got the other point? Yeah, they get one talk. Call your name.
I'm Frivolous Friend. Yes, like for example, cutting down of tree.
Good.
Trees are used for safely in our environment, but these days I see most people cutting down tree facing coal, and which of course is not safe in our environment.
I love that. So, you see, she talked about cutting down trees. Cutting down trees. So have one more person because I said 4 persons. So that 3 persons now talk. One more woman will talk. 2 men now talk.
Yes.
Yeah, they get one talk. One heart, one talk.
Well, I'm Masogwe Fofana. I'm Masogwe Fofana. And then, okay, I'm Masogwe Fofana. My colleague talk about pollution in general, but I want to make it specific. Like for the plastic, mostly plastic pollution is one of the major reasons. Like farmers, we found out that even the cold water plastic, if we drink the water, we turn the plastic to the area we can play in, the soil can be affected. Products from farming cannot be well, in the sense that the plastic have effect on the soil. So if the plastic is going into the soil, it will have effect on the product that will be produced. And then let's take a look at our main street. When you walk in there, you find out that there are more plastic, and it's not safe for us. Thank you.
Wow. Put your hands together. You know, before we start discussing environmental issues, you yourself must point out to the environmental issue yourself. Your leader.
All right. My name is Aaron D. Tuogba. All right. One of the issues that hindering the environmental growth of this country is the diet. And most of the time we observe that diet around places cause mosquitoes to be too much in the environment. And we know mosquito is the fast transporter of malaria. So it's one of the main factors that hindering the environmental growth.
Thank you. Thank you. You clap for the man now.
So the first question that my colleague Tume gave me, I left for people to be having energy when talking. The first question Tume asked, Tume said, all of these problems that you identify, the government of Liberia has been trying to work on it. Some day the government fail, some day the government succeed, some day the government fail, some day the government succeed. In your opinion, you are here with your own say, hey, what thinking? You think the government of Liberia is working? Yes, you will defend it. If you said no, you will tell, oh, why? Who the fuck to put their hand up? That man way in the corner there. It may say you want to talk. Do you think the government of Liberia, all the government here, what we see here on the board here, do you think the government of Liberia is doing all the things quickly for us to make sure that we reduce the impact?
First day, my name is
Rems. You got to talk with NJ.
My name is Ramsey Ngono, and my name is Ramsey Ngono, and I disagree because if you look at the waste management, we are seeing today that the government of Liberia cannot provide a recycling center to recycle the waste. And the cutting down of trees, they should provide some system in which to take care of trees to grow it so that they can protect our environment. And for the health hazard, they need to put some sanitation measures into place that can be observed by some health practitioners so that they can observe how the environment is like. And the soil pollution, like the plastic waste and other things that for today we see many water companies around who produce water without recycling paper or taking the paper from the street. And this is also one of the causes that the Liberia government is not working on.
Good. You put your hands together for the we see on the board that you're sectorable. Do you think the government of Liberia is doing all it can to make sure that we reduce them, to make sure that we help to create a healthy country and a healthy planet? If you say yes, defend it. If you say no, turn your own, defend it too.
My name is student Christine Niaso. In my opinion, I would say that the government is trying its best in order to put certain measures in place for us to follow. Like water pollution. We are in our community, we are seeing our toilet is spoiled, our bathroom get good bathroom, the water leaking all over, but who those people that use the toilet? we will build a toilet instead of putting good drainage for the toilet to good for the urine to go down. We're not do it. We'll there put a little hole, and then instead of going in the hole, it will just waste and people will pass inside. So for water pollution, I would say our own self is causing it. Waste management all over the street, people put like dustbin. When you drink the water, you put a plastic inside. Instead, we'll take the plastic and drink it on the street. When our campus it can happen, but of course the teacher control it. So government are putting in measures in order for us to control waste. Cutting down trees. Our own brother will say we're using tree as wood. Instead of leaving the tree there, they will cut the tree down every day. Every time they say they're using it as wood. So I would say government is doing their possible best for us to keep the environment together, but we the citizens are causing the problem.
One person say the government not working hard enough. Government need to do more. Then my sister also there, she said the government trying, but I was said the problem. We ourselves get road to do inside. So who else want to talk again? Are you? Yeah, they think I on your heart talking.
Yes, I'm student T. Thomas Vega Jr.
Can hear you. Can hear you.
Yes, I'm student T. Thomas Vega Jr. I agree with that issue because the government set up a committee to work with that issue, but ourselves, the citizens, are damaging our environment. Like for example, the street. When we drink the water, the plastic, we just put on the street, and you cook people, then when you finish cooking our food, the banana waste product, they will just take it and put it on the street. And some of the committee that the government set to work on that issue is the CEA, the Safe Environment Agency. These are the agencies that is working to improve the environment, but we the citizens that in the country, we are damaging the environment as we do. So these are the problem that I have with that issue.
Montgomery, you're strong. One bear, one talk again. The man say, so that two persons say that I was the problem. And so, even though the government working, but I was the problem. So it means I will have more responsibility inside. And so, the other men behind say the government not working hard enough. The government will do it. And then so, that's what he says. Then,
My name is Fiat Kanoa. I agree with even. I say my name is Fiat Kanoa. I agree with the issue that the government is working because, for example, in our area, you can see that some people are going around building pumps in inferior communities for all to get safe water and the waste management. If you walk in the street, you can see the big drum, they're all on the street for tight. But when you drink the water, you can chunk it down, eat banana, we chunk it down. Then for the cotton forest, we ourselves that have the tea forest, how you call it, in Ganta, yeah. Even coming from the checkpoint, they get the sample on the road there. They get the people are following us from cutting the forest. That the forest, some trees in the forest are used for medicines, but people can cut down the trees for coal, and the government is working hard towards it.
I'm so who your teacher here? Now who your teacher? Your clap for the Somebody else want to talk. That man, the phenomenon that come on there, they want to talk. Let people not talk you. Please let people not talk you.
Okay, my name is Jeremy K. I disagree with the idea that we the citizens are the one causing the pollution. You know, government is a root cause because government have not come to educate us on how to control the waste product or the out of pollution. In the sense that government officials sees people burning plastic on the street, and the smoke with the plastic when it goes in the atmosphere and come down our way, it causes rash on our body, like the D-score and that of the B series. And also, the smoke from the plastic causes lungs cancer. You know, lungs cancer will not affect you immediately, but after some years, you got to see that people are infected around here with lungs cancer. So the government is the cause of the the pollution around the city or in the country. Thank you.
Then we will go into our discussion.
Okay, I'm Masogwa Fofana. The issue of those effects on our environment, the government is playing major part. Like for the cutting down of trees, we have some people in our country, most especially they can provide some things for themselves, like for the electrical materials, they can provide it. So I want to cook, and then I don't have any other stove in my house, and then I see trees around, I can cut it down to get coal in order to have food to eat. So the government should see to it that everyone should get a right to good health, good living facility. Thank you.
Amen. The broski man and still want to talk. And the last man, yeah, so then we can go. Then manage time properly, yeah. The reason I'm doing it is because I want everybody voices to be heard. Yeah?
Yes, okay, my name is Isaac Bawia. My name is Isaac Bawia. And then now I'm disagreeing that the government are not the root causes of the environmental pollution. It's the citizens. Why? Because, number one, the government put these measures into place. Let's say, for example, you go on the street today and see even in radio on the water, they dump people here. You see our own Liberian citizens will go stand there and then urinate. So the government are putting these measures into place. The government, now we have certain measures. They are working tirelessly, but you will find that people will leave their rural houses, take it there from our houses, and then carry it to the street in the night to go waste it there. While the government are there day and night telling us, don't waste that gear, and we can still violate. So the citizens are the root causes of this.
I'm student Marianton. There are certain issues they didn't touch about the air pollution. Let's take, for instance, a truck that can be passing on the road, a truck, and small the cars, the Tesla. Small cars can be smoking, which is very bad for our health. The car can be smoking, and then the car will be passing the street, holding coal bell, all that funny renting them. But our government to post stop to it. Small the cars that are not useful to us, they're supposed to park the cars, and cars that shouldn't be on the street to be polluting our environment, because air pollution is not good for us. And let me tell you the last one, the waste management. Our government is working, but really they are not doing their best. For instance, the future, setting the poor trash can on the road for us to be putting that in the trash can. But nowadays, when you're passing on the road, so now I can drink water and I'll only hold in that plastic in my hand, looking for a trash can, but there is no trash can on the road, to put it that inside. So how you expecting for me to keep my environment clean with no trash can on the road? So I end up driving it out in the road and then go about my business. Thank you.
Tume, you listening? Tume, you listening? Yeah, we're not inside here. So while you were talking, to answer the first question based on all the things that you were talking, you said the government, some people say that the government responsible, some people say the government not responsible. I was say responsible. Some people say the government not take action. Some people say that we ourselves supposed to take action. And then so? And then so? Yes. Exactly. That means one time, we who the people who are living in the environment, we get responsibility. And then so? Yes. Because people say that, the government made all the law, create everything, but still, we ourselves can break the law. And then so? Yes. So, in reality, you're talking about we must change our behavior. And then so? Yes. Oh, you're talking slow now. Yes. We should change our behavior. And then so? Yes. Exactly. The next thing is, My sister told about, she said, even though that government wrote to do it, but government not doing much, they ain't doing plenty. Instead, the other girl said, that you said, we need to make sure that the law that we create, all the law that we create, government must try to make sure that we enforce it. One way or the other, the government say, we must not do it, we must make sure people not do it. And you talk about the city mayor here too? Yes. Eh? Yes. Okay. So we need to enforce the law that we create, right? Yes. The next thing somebody talked about here, somebody said that people not very, very aware. People not coming here to teach you about the environment like that. And so? Yes. Hey, now you're talking? Yes. Hey, now not me talking. I just push your word at all. So we must enforce awareness. Well, make sure that people get aware. And so, then the next thing is all the policy that government say they're making, all the government must make the right policy for us to make sure that it helps us to push our action forward to make sure that the area is safe and clean for all of us. And I just say it? Yes. They get here from Omatari. They get said, what did you say again? Mary. She got one name on. She said all the things that government doing. She gave example of the plastic. That means she went through the day. She get behavior that she not change. Government made a law. Government put the basket there. And so she aware that, how you call it in there? You not so throw the day in the street. And so yes. They got rule that you must not put the day all over. And so yes. But then the bucket there, what they pour around. She can see the bucket there. So the thing what government said they're doing, is it sustained? Is it available? Even though the government has been trying, all of you agree that one way or the other, all of you agree that government has made laws. All of you agree, one way or the other, besides everything you're talking, you say government trying, but government not doing well. It means that government trying. Government made law. But you want more enforcement, and so. Yes. So from our understanding, to answer this first question, you said, do you think that the government is accelerating action to make sure that we make sure that the planet, Liberia, is healthy enough for all of us to prosper? According to you, your answer, when put everything together, you said that the government working, but the government not working hard enough. And then so, you know what you said? Yes. And the government must work hard enough to focus on supporting behavior change, awareness, develop more laws to help people, and it must be sustainable. And what you said? Yes. Anybody get any? I can only take 2 more points on this particular thing, then we'll go to the next question. Anybody get 1 more point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nobody get a point. You clap for yourself for the answer. Great. We'll not keep you here too long. Okay. So I'm going to tell you one, huh? Yes. I'm going to take it all? Yes. We're supposed to talk about the 2 warriors, deforestation and degradation. And so, who said I'll be what? Yeah, you said BB war. So you still want for us to talk about the B war? Yes. Eh? Yes. Tume, can you please come break it down for us? They say I use B war. Deforestation and degradation.
Why you use that one?
That's me, my man.
Why you use that P1 insurance?
My mistake, my man.
So look at that mountain. I hear all that. Everybody, look at Ohio. Yes. I keep in this country some 15 years ago. I hope that you can be old Jesus. Right along. Right. But when you look at it look now, does it look like bush or forest used to be there? No. So that's deforestation. That whole place, the trees have been cut. The ground there is exposed. You see any animal there? No. Can you see any animal there? No. look at the color of the soil. I remember way back, if you enter there, the soil used to be brownish red. So because you cut all the trees, what happens when the water comes? There will be heavy erosion, right? Where that water going? It's coming down all the surrounding streams, right? So the deforestation that was caused over there has led to degradation. Number one, the soil has lost its value and its quality. The small streams and creeks around there, they've gotten polluted. Because every time there's erosion, it transfers all the material there. So the water that used to be fresh with catfish, and all the crab inside, it gets degraded. So the water loses value, its quality, the soil itself loses its quality. So you understand it now? When there's a forest somewhere, you cut the forest. Even if you cut all, but you cut it in a way that you affect the forest cover of that area. That is deforestation. Now when you cause that deforestation, it also contributes to degradation because the wildlife there will die or they will go to different places. The soil itself will chakla, the water will chakla, the air. So that leads to degradation. Is that okay now? Yes. You understand it small, right? Boy, I beg you, don't use those BB water again.
I want to do it.
Yeah, please.
But all those who can remember, when we used to call sabu for, who want to call sabu?
Yeah.
When your people don't call your hair, you get inside. Yes. Your whole hair full of jelly, and your people used to inside. Yes. It's almost like what Tumi was saying, the whole forest standing here. If you just go and just cut the forest down completely like that, you deforesting the place. So you're cutting the whole thing down. Degradation, when you eat inside the forest, like chainsaw, the people who can make the power saw, who can make the plane, they cancel, they call it B tree, they leave the other tree here, they cancel, they call it other tree, they call it other tree, call it other tree. Then at the end of the day, no tree, no BB tree that can be available. So they just eat all inside. The best example I can find that on your head when they call sabu. When they call sabu, sometimes they leave here, they leave here, they call the whole player sabu, like that, but your hand not good. And I try in the explanation. Yes. Thank you.